All right, class. My name is Joey Lamond, and I'm here with Jeff. And today we're going to be going over unskilled versus a skilled roundhouse kick. So, an unskilled roundhouse kick will look very basic. The leg is just basically going to go up to the bag with very little hip rotation or ankle inversion or plantar flexion. It's going to stay flat, and there's not going to be a pivot either. So here's an example of what an unskilled roundhouse kick would look like. Okay, so you notice it came straight up. There was no or very little hip rotation. He didn't rise up on the balls of his feet. He didn't do a plantar flexion and didn't pivot the feet. And there wasn't a whole lot of femur abduction. So how we're gonna correct that, which to go from unskilled to a skilled will take about 2 to 3 months. And the first thing we're going to work on is the pivot of the foot and the plantar flexion, raising up on the leg, so on the planted leg. Okay. So first thing I'm going to have him do, I'm just going to have him turn, pivot on his foot and raise up in plantar flexion. Okay. So as you can see, and that pivot is what we want, and we want the plantar flexion. Okay, and the knee also externally rotates. All right, and the next thing we would be working on is the femur abduction. So when we're kicking the leg, it's going to come out. We have that abduction, and then we're also going to work on the knee flexion. Okay, so when we kick, we should combine all that and kick out. Okay. All right, so the kick is going to start with the feet, as we just did, pivoting, external rotation, and then with the kicking leg, it's going to abduct the femur and flex the knee. There you go. And one more time. Okay, so how we would work on that is, maybe for the first 2 weeks, we would work on flexibility. We'd have to work on flexibility to get the leg up. And then after that, we would, or simultaneously, we would also work on just the basic technique of the kick, teach them the fundamentals of it. And once we have taught them to pivot, so in the following month, we would really focus on getting a good pivot, getting the leg up there, so for the femur abduction and the knee extension. And once they have the basic technique down, we're going to need to build the velocity, get the work up, and how we're going to do that, we would do a variation of squats, just regular kicking straight up to build the rectus femoris and the other leg extensors. And then for the medial rotations, we do the squats to help with the gluteus maximus. And so, one more time, we went from a unskilled kick, which is very straight, not much angular velocity or linear kinetic energy, into a more circular kick with more speed and more power. So I want to take the time to say thank you for everyone for watching, and hope you guys have a great day.